Everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn about how to carry out a COSHH assessment. A COSHH assessment is a control of substances hazardous to health. A COSHH assessment concentrates on a hazardous and risk from the hazardous substances in the workplace. So, COSHH assessment is concentrate to identify hazardous and risk from the hazardous substances which using in workplace. Health hazards are not limited to substances labeled as hazardous. Some harmful substances can be produced by the process you use. So when we are using the chemicals, there is hazardous which may have highlighted on the label. Apart from that, when we use to mix two or more chemicals, there is chance to produce new harmful substances which can cause unexpected health hazards. Here we go. We will go through the post assessment form to understand more deeply how to develop the post assessment. Post assessment data sheet which contain the information about the substances which we going to go through right now. These information in these formats are being collected from the material safety data sheet of the thinner. This format is contain nature of substances, health hazards, personal protective equipment, and first aid measures. And notes are given below of the precautions and the control measures which has to follow as per the MSDS. Information about the substances from the MSDS only. The nature of substances, the highly flammable, thinner is a highly flammable which can cause a fire hazard. Flammable, yes, it can cause a fire hazard. And toxic, yes, it is a toxic. And corrosive, no, it is not a corrosive. And harmful, yes, it is a harmful. Irritant, yes, it is a irritant. So if we go through the MSDS, we can find out this all the nature of substances. And if there is any additional others, please specify highly flammable liquid and vapor. And health hazard such as this thinner would conduct and enter the body through the skin. Yes, and eye contact. Yes, it can cause a injury to eye if it's contact with the eye. It can enter the body through the inhalation and through the shower. We are after we handle this while we are having the foods or can enter through the mouth. Others, please specify if there is any additional health hazard as per the MSDS may result in adverse health effects such as membrane and respiratory system irritation and adverse effect on kidney and liver and central nervous system above effects through the skin. So this health hazards can cause from this thinner. What are the personal protective equipments are required to protect the peoples from the health hazards? Eye and face protection are required to protect the eye and face from the contact of thinner, and gloves is required to protect the hand, and respiratory is required, and overall clothing is required to. Others specify ventilation and local exhaust barrier creams and eye wash stations are recommended to provide. Other first aid measures to be followed as per the MSDS in case of the worker shovel. If the shovel seek medical advice immediately and show the container and labels are required to show the doctor for the understanding of the chemical and the first aid method or measures to be apply as per the manufacturer. In case if the substances or chemical contact with eye, check for and remove any contact lens. Immediately flush with running water for at least 15 minutes. Keep eyes light open. Seek immediate medical attention. So this is as per the MSDS only. The first aid measures is recommended. So inhalation. In case if the person is inhale the chemical or substances, remove the person to fresh air and keep a person warm and rest. If not breathing, if breathing is irregular, if respiratory arrest occur, provide artificial respiratory oxygen by trained personnel. So if the person is inhale the chemical or substances, the first aid measures recommended by the manufacturer. So skin contact. In case if the chemical or substances is contact with the skin, this first aid measure should be adapted and to be implemented. Remove the contaminated clothing and shoe. Wash skin thoroughly with soap and water or use recognized skin cleaner. Do not use solvent or thinners. So these first aid measures are is recommended by the manufacturer in case of any contact caused by these substances or chemical. Production of pesticides. No action shall be taken involving any personal risk or without suitable training. So if the pesticide is not trained well, it should not take the risk. It may be dangerous to person providing pesticide to give mouth to mouth. So mouth to mouth pesticide is dangerous. If not trained, it's not recommended to provide the pesticide. Wash contaminated clothing thoroughly with the water before removing it and wear gloves. So this is additional protection of pesticide is recommended by the manufacturer. Notes: firefighting measures. Use CO2 and dry powder and water spray. Do not use water jet. So the firefighting equipment is recommended by the manufacturer to use CO2 and dry powder only. Do not use the water spray or water jet, which can increase the handling and storage. Avoid inhalation of dust particles and spray and mist. Keep away from heat and spark, open flame, direct sunlight, store dry and cool and well ventilated area. Eating, drinking, smoking must be prohibited in the area where this material is handled, store it and process. Do not pressurize, flame, cut, heat, weld, expose such container to source of ignition. So this is the recommendation by the manufacturer handling and storage of this chemical. Disposal method. Disposal method: waste thinner container disposed in accordance with the local, national, international regulation. So it should be the video may help for understand how to develop the COSHH assessment. Thanks for watching my video.